Rodrigo collapses in form, real panic rises, transfer chaos incoming. Slot's future in doubt as Liverpool demand immediate results or goodbye. Harry Kane might blow up January. Buckle up. Atletico Madrid refused to sell Julian Alvarez. Chelsea disappointed. Critics target Bellingham again, and Liverpool smell a massive transfer opportunity. Brew your tea. The latest football news is here. This is Top League. Let's go. Liverpool might shake up their squad this January, and their shortlist already includes 5 names. Recent updates from football transfers highlight a real chance for the Reds to dive into the winter transfer window and correct their shaky start to the 2025-26 season. First up is Mark Guehi from Crystal Palace. His summer move collapsed at the last minute, but with his contract expiring at the end of the season, January offers a new opening. If Liverpool act fast, they could finally secure a long-awaited center-back. Then there's Antoine Semenyo from Bournemouth, a young, explosive forward with a release clause that could open the door for the Reds. It's risky and likely expensive, but the payoff could be huge. Liverpool reportedly also haven't completely abandoned interest in Rodrygo. The Real Madrid winger, under pressure and limited in game time, could be tempted to move, but the price tag, around 100 million euros, means this remains a distant long shot. The most chaotic rumor involves Iliman Ndiaye from Everton. A Liverpool-Everton transfer in January? That alone would break the internet. It's unrealistic, yes, but pure entertainment for fans. Finally, there's Keys Smith from AZ, a young, high-potential midfielder. Not a star signing yet, but exactly the kind of long-term project Liverpool love to develop. If Liverpool skip this window, they risk falling behind in the title race. The squad needs depth, energy, and at least one serious signing. January could be the turning point or the start of bigger problems. And hey, if you want to keep up with all this transfer madness, make sure you subscribe, drop a like, and turn on notifications. Because with Liverpool hunting 5 players at once, this January window might actually explode. Let's break this down. Bruno Fernandes might actually make a January move to Barcelona, and this rumor is getting louder by the day. Reports from Team Talk and several Spanish sources claim Barça are seriously evaluating a winter push for the Manchester United captain after noticing one very clear thing. His role at United has changed dramatically under Ruben Amorim. This season, Fernandes has been deployed deeper, almost as a supporting midfielder rather than the aggressive playmaker he used to be. And honestly, it feels wrong. It's like putting a Formula One engine into a city bus. Technically functional, but completely missing the point. Bruno needs the ball higher up the pitch. He needs freedom, and right now, he's not getting that. Gaizka Mendieta, former Barcelona midfielder, even said publicly that Fernandes would fit La Liga perfectly, praising his creativity and decision-making. That's when the Barcelona rumors went from whispers to full-blown discussion. But here's the fun part. Bruno reportedly has a release clause worth around 57 to 60 million pounds that applies only to clubs outside the Premier League. Meaning if Barcelona put real money on the table and Bruno gives the green light, United can't stop it. That's where things get spicy. Officially, Manchester United insist they don't want to sell. They've repeated it again and again. We won't let Bruno leave unless he asks to go. Sounds heroic, but in football, official statements are about as reliable as preseason predictions. They sound good and mean very little. Bruno turned down a monster offer from Saudi Arabia last summer, but that doesn't mean he'd turn down Barcelona. Barcelona is legacy. Barcelona is spotlight. Barcelona is a completely different conversation. Our take, if Barcelona promise him freedom, an attacking role, and a proper project, this move is absolutely possible. United are rebuilding either way, and a £60 million sale could become part of a bigger reset. For Barça, it's the midfield brain they've been missing. For Bruno, it's a stylistic homecoming. Don't be surprised if this becomes the headline of the January window. The puzzle fits too well. And hey, if you want to stay on top of all this chaos, make sure you subscribe, hit like, and turn on notifications, because this Bruno saga might explode any moment. Liverpool's draw with Sunderland has exposed the same old weaknesses again. And the funniest part? Sunderland's coach said after the match that he was shocked by how much space and time Liverpool gave his team on the ball. The pressing that used to terrify everyone doesn't scare anyone anymore. Under Arne Slot, Liverpool still can't rediscover their identity. The intensity is gone. The bite is gone. And the board is losing patience fast. But here's the twist. It's not just the board. According to Indy Kyla, several players believe Slot is not handling the job well. They complain about constant tactical changes, no clarity, and not enough time to actually train the new ideas, which explains why the team collapses so easily during games. The owners believe the crisis has gone on too long. Their biggest concern, there's no visible progress. And according to Indy Kyla, they've told Slot directly, improve the results soon or you're gone. The key moment is the next game against Leeds. If Liverpool slip again, the club will call an emergency meeting to decide Slot's future. And yes, it's absolutely possible that a defeat means he's fired on the spot. So, who replaces him? Here's where it gets wild. Liverpool already have a huge shortlist. The top name is Jurgen Klopp. Yes, they would love to bring him back. But the list doesn't end there. Vincent Kompany from Bayern, Sebastian Hoeneß from Stuttgart, Roberto De Zerbi from Marseille, Michael Sanchez from Girona, Ernesto Valverde from Athletic Bilbao, Luciano Spalletti from Juventus, Oliver Glasner from Crystal Palace, and even the unemployed Zinedine Zidane. At least half of these guys are available immediately, so Liverpool won't struggle to appoint someone mid-season. The bottom line, Arne Slot isn't finished yet, but he's officially in the danger zone. The next match could decide his entire Liverpool career. So, tell me, who should take the job? Klopp's comeback? Zidane? Someone new? Drop your thoughts in the comments and hit that subscribe button. More chaos is coming. Rodrigo is only 24, but he's already playing his 10th season as a professional. That alone tells you everything about his insane talent. But right now, the kid looks completely lost. He hasn't scored for Real Madrid in almost 1,000 minutes. 1,000 minutes. That's the worst goal drought for any real forward since 2006. What is happening? 6 years ago, Real Madrid dropped 45 million euros on an 18-year-old from Santos. And honestly, the money paid off. Rodrigo delivered in big moments, helped win trophies, and looked like the next superstar. But today, he looks like a shadow of himself. No sharpness, no confidence, no Brazilian magic, no Joga Bonito, nothing. Yes, he works hard off the ball, but Real didn't sign him to run marathons. They signed him to score, to create, to destroy defenses. And right now, he's bottling everything. According to The Athletic, Real Madrid are now open to selling him if a serious offer arrives. And here's the plot twist. Rodrygo himself wants to leave. Defensa Central reports that he told the club he wants out, ideally in the January transfer window. He's not happy with his role, not happy with his minutes, and definitely not happy being treated like some kind of super sub joker. And look, maybe it's not only football. Rodrigo recently split with his longtime girlfriend Bruna, and now she's dating Lazio's Nuno Tavares. Ever since that breakup, his form dropped off a cliff. Coincidence? You decide. Real already has a replacement ready. Gonzalo Garcia, the breakout star from the Club World Cup, is finally getting the minutes he deserves. So the club won't suffer too much if Rodrigo packs his bags. And who wants him? Manchester City, Liverpool, Tottenham, all three English clubs explored the move in the summer, and now the price could be much lower. A real bargain for a player with world-class potential who just needs a fresh start and a coach who truly believes in him. My verdict? A January transfer looks very realistic. Rodrigo needs a new environment, and Real Madrid won't keep an unhappy player. Where should he go? Which club fits him best? Drop your take in the comments, and of course, don't forget to subscribe. Harry Kane could activate his €65 million release clause this January, and Bayern are quietly sweating behind the scenes. According to Goal and Build, the clause becomes active only during the January 2026 window, a tiny one-month period that gives Kane full control over his future. If he wants out, Bayern can't do anything to stop him. That's the whole drama. And $65 million for Kane in 2026? Let's be honest, that's a discount. Premier League clubs pay more than that for teenagers who still can't grow a proper beard. So of course Manchester United and Chelsea are already monitoring the situation. Both are desperate for goals, and Kane is basically the cheat code they never had. Bayern keep insisting everything is fine and the relationship is perfect. Yeah, sure. Nothing says perfect relationship like a giant exit button hidden in the contract of your best player. They can smile all they want, but everyone understands how dangerous this clause is. Kane publicly says he's happy in Munich, and maybe he is. But players always say that right before making a big move. If Chelsea or United get the green light to sign him for $65 million, they will jump at it immediately. Especially Chelsea, those guys buy everything with a pulse, and half the things without one. Our take? This clause is a massive risk for Bayern. If Kane decides he wants a Premier League return, he's gone. Simple as that. And for the Premier League, this is a gift. January could get very, very spicy. The English media is at it again. And this time, they're pushing a pretty wild idea. Jude Bellingham leaving Real Madrid to join Liverpool next summer? Sounds like tabloid madness, right? Well, not entirely. Real Madrid haven't looked sharp lately. 3 draws in a row, then a narrow win against Athletic Bilbao, and boom, they've dropped from the top of La Liga. And when something goes wrong in Madrid, the press instantly needs a villain. This time, they picked Jude Bellingham. Reports say, dip in form. He looks tired. He's not the same player. Classic headlines from Spain. And the moment a little drama appears, the English tabloids smell blood. Suddenly, the story becomes, Liverpool want to bring Bellingham back home next summer. For real. But here's the plot twist. According to the British press, Liverpool want to do it in a smart way. They'd include Alexis McAllister in the deal, plus money on top. And guess what? Real Madrid genuinely rate McAllister as a midfield upgrade. Under Ancelotti, they even considered him a perfect fit for the next project. And Florentino Perez? Sources claim he would at least consider the offer. That alone makes the story spicy. Earlier, this would have sounded like pure fantasy. Bellingham was the golden boy, the centerpiece of the new Madrid era. Long contract, superstar status, huge fan love. But that was before Xabi Alonso arrived. His football is different rhythm, different demands. And suddenly, Jude Bellingham doesn't look like an untouchable starter. Meanwhile, McAllister fits Xabi's system perfectly. So now, the Liverpool move doesn't sound that crazy anymore. This is the classic tabloid pattern. First, rumors of frustration, then local criticism. Next step, a shock transfer in 6 months. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Jude Bellingham ends up as the main character of this storyline. So, what do you think? Is Bellingham staying in Madrid, or is Liverpool actually plotting a comeback? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. More madness is coming. Since the start of the season, it feels like Barcelona have been quietly preparing Robert Lewandowski for an exit. Every couple of weeks, boom, another insider report. And not from random bloggers. Fabrizio Romano, The Athletic, top-tier sources, all saying the same thing. Barca are open to selling Lewandowski. But here's the twist. Lewandowski himself doesn't want to leave. Not even close. The man loves Barcelona, loves the city, loves the club. According to Diario Sport, he personally told the board he is ready to take a massive pay cut just to stay. He even said he's fine with a smaller role, coming off the bench more often. Imagine that! A superstar begging to stay and Barca still trying to push him out? Why? Because Joan Laporta wants a blockbuster move, a shiny, dramatic, headline-stealing transfer for no real reason other than making noise. Option number one, Harry Kane. Barcelona are monitoring the situation because Kane could be available for 65 million euros in the summer, but only if he tells Bayern he wants to leave. If Kane says, "I'm done here," Barcelona will jump into the race immediately. Option number two, Julian Alvarez from Atletico Madrid, and you won't believe the deal. According to Marca and Don Balloon, Barca are ready to offer not just cash, but Ferran Torres and Marc Casado as part of the package. Two useful players plus money for one striker who doesn't even start every week. This is where everything becomes completely insane. Ferran Torres has been one of Barca's most productive players this season. Marc Casado is a huge prospect for the future. Lewandowski is willing to take a pay cut to help the club. And Laporta wants to get rid of all three for a flashy signing? And don't forget, the club also wants to move on from Marcus Rashford. So, if Lewandowski goes, and Ferran goes, and Casado goes, who exactly is going to play up front? The mascot? A random guy from La Masia? Someone from the stands? My verdict? This looks like another classic transfer disaster brewing in Barcelona, a club that keeps chasing big names instead of building a stable squad. And if Laporta actually goes through with this, Barcelona could enter next season with a giant hole in their attack. What do you think? Kane or Alvarez? Should Barca even consider selling Lewandowski? Drop your thoughts in the comments and make sure to subscribe because the summer drama is only getting started. All right, let's head over to Madrid because something interesting just happened there. Julian Alvarez, Argentine World Cup winner, moved from Man City to Atletico Madrid last summer for 75 million euros. And Chelsea already want to take him away. But Atletico are saying, no, absolutely not. Fabrizio Romano confirmed it. Atletico president Enrique Cerezo gave a clear signal. Julian Alvarez is not for sale. We want to keep him until 2026 and beyond. Chelsea were interested, Barcelona also looked his way, but Atletico closed all doors. Why did Chelsea want him? Because they're looking for a striker. Nicholas Jackson is stuck at Bayern on the bench, Gabriel Jesus might leave Arsenal, and Chelsea thought, why not Alvarez? But Atletico invested 75 million euros in him last summer. He's playing well, 8 goals and 3 assists in 18 games this season. Why would they sell him? And here's what's interesting. Alvarez is happy at Atletico. He left Man City because he wanted to play, not sit on the bench behind Haaland. At Atletico, he's a starter, he's important, he's needed. Diego Simeone loves him. Alvarez is the type of player Simeone loves. Hard-working, versatile, scores goals, helps in defense. Our take? Atletico are doing the right thing. Alvarez is young, talented, a World Cup winner. Why sell him just 6 months after signing? Chelsea? They need a striker, but they've already spent a ton of money. Maybe it's better to focus on getting Jackson back from Bayern and playing. And Alvarez will stay at Atletico. He's building something good with Simeone, and in the summer of 2026, maybe they'll win something important. Drop a comment. Should Chelsea have fought for Alvarez? Is Atletico right to keep him? Like if you think Alvarez made the right choice going to Atletico. And subscribe because the transfer saga continues. And that's all for today. But quick reminder, if you don't hit that subscribe button, your goalkeeper will concede from the halfway line next match. Guaranteed! Don't say I didn't warn you. Catch you next time.